Hi and welcome to another edition of the Fantasy Insider Weekend Picks. We're going to concentrate on the weekend games today and take a look at some picks for both the AFL and the NRL contest this weekend. Let's start in the AFL, where this weekend is the final of the Draft Stars $50,000 Classic. I personally have a couple of entries in the final, and from Twitter and Facebook I know that a bunch of members and friends of the site are also in the contest. I think there's going to be somewhere between 250 and 350 entries, with first place taking home about $10,000 and $50,000 in total prize money. So if you have some entries in that, good luck in that one. Saturday and Sunday have 4 games in the AFL, and after last weekend's lopsided matches, it looks a lot more competitive this time. The biggest favourite of the weekend is Adelaide, who are about 20-point favourites over Melbourne on Sunday. But that's a game with a number of extenuating circumstances, and so it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Sydney are favoured slightly over the Western Bulldogs, while Gold Coast, St Kilda, Carlton and Collingwood are all within about a goal of each other. Our AFL team of the weekend then reflects the tightness of the round, but we do pick a bit on Sydney for some fantasy scoring potential. At ruck, we were originally going to go with Tom Nichols, with 2 of the other good options facing off in that Sunday clash, where I think there's a real risk they cancel each other out. However, Will Minson being included in the Bulldogs team has changed my strategy a bit, and at 9,000 I think he has some good potential. At forward, we've gone with the premium, Nick Riewoldt of St Kilda, along with James Rose, who I still think presents some value despite going up in price. Sydney are expected to score well, but Rose is definitely a bit of a gamble. Rory Sloane is a premium in midfield, and we've paired him here with Tom Phillips, who of course has dual eligibility. Again, we're picking on Sydney for some value options, with George Hewitt here in the lineup. We think he has a decent floor and decent ceiling, and obviously the cheap price makes him an attractive option. Last week you published an article suggesting that you go with defenders from favourites, and while McVeigh has dual eligibility in defender and midfield, I think he's one who fits that profile well, and we've slot him into the final midfield slot here. In defence, we've gone with Andrew Walker from Carlton and Harbo from the Gold Coast, who I think should be decent and solid picks at just 18,500 for the 2 of them. In the NRL, we finally have a somewhat normal round, with 3 Saturday games and 2 Sunday games, as well as Monday Night Football. And Canberra are favoured by 24 over Newcastle, with the Warriors, North Queensland and Cronulla all in that 1 to 2 try range. For our team of the weekend, we built a Moneyball lineup with just players from those games, and it's a team which features Ray Thompson at hooker. With North Queensland expected to win well and Thompson at just 3,600, I think he's great value at Moneyball. At forward, we've spent big here on Bryce Cartwright and Sam Burgess, providing a solid foundation for the rest of the team, with Vele from the Warriors and Fanua Blake from Manly as the cheapies in the forward line. Blake is coming off the bench, but we're only asking for about 20 points from a 3,500 salary, and I think that's very doable. We've gone premium and Canberra at wing, with Croker and Whiten hopefully sharing the spoils in what will be a high-scoring affair for Canberra, as well as Tom T from Manly, who of course has always scores well. Nathan Cleary rounds out the team at just 4,000 and stepping in at half for Penrith. I have no doubt he's going to exceed that salary cost. And that's this weekend's picks. Stay tuned during the week for more from Fantasy Insider, and we'll see you on the leaderboards. Have a great weekend.